That's so today we should need to have the complete line of pipeline. Data pipeline will try to see it here. Okay.
So in the
And
last session, Mujahid, we read about stream analytics, and we I think created that Synapse uh, Synapse workspace or something. So,
hmm.
but I think we didn't create a pipeline yet.
Now, yeah, that's why I'll talk about the pipeline part,
Okay.
and then we'll try to work with the end-to-end data ops pipeline. Basically, this is what data ops pipeline, where we have the compliances, monitoring, and any tool you can select it, and we can able to implement this kind of scenario. So for that, I'll try to show you how it works in the my environment. What are the things we require as a data engineer? We should need to know what are the pipelines steps we require to take care of it. Okay, data pipelines part. Okay, so on the data pipeline, different phases we have here under the data pipeline in Microsoft Azure. So when you are talking about Microsoft Azure data pipeline, multiple phases involved in multiple areas. Okay, like example, if you're talking with the data which can be comes from the environment or different SQL environment and all, then it will goes to the Databricks, data factories, and then Synapse also. So I will take the major tool here for integrations. Let me share with you. Integration side, the pipeline is based on the integrations and different phases. Okay, so two things we have under the different phases we have here, and under that I'll share with you. This is what about the how you will take care of the warehouse, how you will take care of the Spark based jobs. Okay, and that things comes under the phases, and integration sites will take care with the help of ADF. Means the integration cloud ETL based integrations, how you will do it with the help of it, you will see. So here I will use something called ADF, Azure Data Factory, and here we'll use Synapse, and then here we'll use something called Databricks. Together, all things together, we'll try to integrate it. Okay, this might not finish today, but here I'll try to show the plan as per the things whatever we mentioned: security, compliances, data governance, all things we'll try to see it. Okay, but we need to take care of these two phases. So like one is the different phases and the different in our scenario. We may have the data in a form of a variety of options, like example, the blob data which will be managed in the storage account. Okay, and this is one thing. And the second thing, we have the SQL format data, relational database management systems. Suppose here we have Azure SQL part. So all things combining together will make the solutions on it. Okay, so we'll see how it works and what are the steps we require to take care of. This is our plan for today or upcoming two sessions remaining. So under that two sessions, I'm trying to add this all things together. So you will get an idea how it works in the real world scenarios instead of going with the theories and all. Okay, so let's start with the integrations. First, we require to create the integrations, and that's possible under the ADF, Azure Data Factory. So definitely for this, we require to create a Azure based environment. So I'll go here. I'll write down here portal.azure.com, which allows us to open the cloud environment. And here under this environment, we'll select the resource groups. We'll create it. Make sure your subscription should need to work. So my subscription is working. I will able to create here load balancer or whatever we have. I have some balance also, you can see here. And now under that balance, I can able to see here we have some application is running. Let me delete it. I don't want any consumption, because why I'm deleting it here right now, because things it should not be cross the quotas, because we are using multiple services and this services requires to maintain the quotas also. So for every regions we have some quotas. If you are going beyond that quotas, you will not able to create the Databricks cluster, or you're not able to create the server under the SQL, or you're not able to create the ADF based pipelines and all, right? So the best option, once you see nothing is working here or you're not required, you can delete it first. And once you delete it, you can work on it basically. So here we can see here this all environment is available. Let me keep it as it is. I can use this environment. So is my colleague environment, first SQL Server database and all things we have here, right? So I can use this database environment, and uh, I will try to add these things here. Another things also I can add it. Let me add it, not here because it will get deleted. So here I'll create a pipeline, data pipeline. Okay, this is a resource group. So I'll write RG resource group data pipeline central US. Yeah, I finished these things. Now I'll go to the ordering. This is all stuff, whatever we have. Here I'll go with the Azure Data Factory. Data Factories is the best option to search. Data Factories version 2 is the best one, which will allow you to go with the version control systems. Here I'm creating the version control system to this one, data pipeline. And here I'll create the ADF data pipeline integration part. Okay, I'll mention these things, and here I'll review and create it. Only just name we require to specify. Once you mention the name, then you can do the remaining things also. We can see this will validate successfully. We submitted the request here as well. Now, side by side, I will open the another terminal here. What is my plan? I'll share with you. We will create the integrations. First, we'll try to pass the data with the storage account, and then we'll move with gradually here. Okay. So integrations, first we require to create the complete framework. Like example here, we require complete boundaries. We'll create it here. Okay. This is something called boundaries will create it. So ADF is the one which will take care of the data. Okay, whatever the data we have, we'll take care with the help of ADF. Here, so ADF here will help you to take the data from the storage account, suppose CSV file, and get converted into the database secure. That will do it here. Okay, so it will store into the table we require, ID, name, whatever we have, salary. These all values will store in from the CSV to SQL. This is one practical. Okay, once we done these things, then we'll go with the yes. I'm also interested to go more further in detail about ADF and database, because these are the best of frameworks for you to know, because this will give you more clarity and a lot of benefits in future also. So that's why I'm adding here the lot of things regarding that instead of yeah, I will take care of ADF also. Don't worry. Azure Data Factory site, and here we'll upload the data to it. Okay, what is this? This will try to upload the data here. Once we upload, then ADF will try to process it. It will take the data from storage account and it will pass to the our environment. That is the main important thing we can do it here. Okay, to do this thing, so we will prepare this. Number one step is what we require. Number two, we require to upload the data. Number three, we require to create the SQL. Okay, SQL, and then we'll use here something called the ADF part. Okay, ADF part. But here the ADF part requires some database, and I can see here the database already created in the Mujahid resource groups. So can we take this database? We should need to share the password, and then you can share with me. So here I will try to use this database passwords, or what my colleague had created. And this one, I'll try to use a SQL database, and then I'll try to access it. Okay. So make sure whatever you have the infrastructures here, whatever you're uploading these things, you should make sure you should have the table of it, right? And this one is not 3, sorry, this is 4. 4 we require. Fourth one, this one. Okay, so I can write instead of 1 2 3 4, I can write here A B C D, right? This is one A, this is B, this is C, and sorry, this is D, and this is C. Okay, so let's go with the step-by-step procedure. I'll show you how to do that. So here in my resource groups, resource group created, data pipeline also created, and here this is things created. Now I want to create the storage account. This is storage account. Here you can go, and under this we can able to create the resources also. Let me see. Yeah, here create resource group, and here I'll select my data pipeline. For this I want storage account, I want for data pipeline. Okay, I given some name. Make sure you should not write a minus. Minus not allowed, already taken. So I can write here my name also, should not be available. Okay, and this is my name, and let's see. Yeah, it's not available. So we can go with these options, and I'm just focusing on the blob and gen2, nothing more. And here I'll work on the LRS based environment. You can use your requirement, but here I'm going with a very less infrastructure part. Here I'm also using gen2. This is what? This is called gen2. When you select these things, it will become gen2 ADLS base. ADLS means Azure Data Lake. Data Lake means where you can accept or query the data also is possible. So that's one feature we have. So there are two types of storage account you can consider. One is generation 1, another is generation 2. What is the purpose of generation 1? One is used for just to upload the raw data. What is the purpose of generation 2? It can upload any kind of data and you can query on it. And this is the benefit we have with the generation 2. So I selected generation 2 by enabling hierarchical options. Once I enable it, it will become available. Meanwhile, I'll check the username and password. My username and password should be something like this for both username and password. This is working. This is also I created. This I want to create it. Okay. This is my username and password. Let me check it whether it is correct or not. I'll go to this database. Okay. And disaster, my first database. Okay. This is the SQL database. Under this, I will go to the query editor, and here I will create the username and password. I will specify my admin is correct. And then here admin at 123 is also available. I will try to use this admin at 123. So we don't have the IP address whitelisting, so I'll add it. Once I add, so this will add it in the firewall, you can see. And then when we again try to log in it, it should work smoothly. See here, it is working because first time it is not whitelisted. So here we have customer table, order table, whatever we have. You can see here this tables. I can write the query like select a star from customers. Okay, I'm just writing the table name, and then let's see here what happened. I can get the data also. You see here, data is available. I'll export this data into CSV format, so I can able to upload it into the reliever. And here my customers. Okay, customer.csv file. I have CSV file. You can see here. When I open the CSV comma separated value file, I can see this all data. Now this data, I need to upload it into my environment, okay, using Azure pipeline. So this data, how will transfer it, that will see it here. So let me go to this locations. I don't want to save it. Yeah, this is already table created. I will create another table. I will create here one table with this queries. So these parameters we required, okay, and here I'll use AI editor to generate the query. Create, I want to create SQL, Azure SQL table with following columns. Okay, so it will help me to generate the query. I don't need to waste my time. This is generating the query, is working fine, but I don't want to use this name because this name is already available. So I will try to change my name, Mujahid customers. Okay, Mujahid customers. I given the name. Okay, this is my table, and then I'll try to execute it. So this will create one table here affected, and when you refresh this thing, so this table get refreshed, and when we open it here, you should see Mujahid customers. So when you try to execute the code, select a star from Mujahid and run it. So you will see here nothing record. Okay, you will not able to see any record here. Zero affected means there is no result, nothing record. Now this record we need to feed with the help of we need to feed with the help of the commands through ADF. That's our challenge. Okay. So coming to this point here, we have storage account. Under this storage account, we'll create data storage. Under the containers, we'll create one container, and that's called input container, raw data. Okay. Let's say raw data. What is this? This is the raw data where we will upload the data, and users will upload the data here. And for understanding purpose, we'll upload our actual data, whatever we have downloaded here. So I'll just click on upload. And once we click on upload, I'll click here and then drag and drop this data. That's it, simple. And then close it. So it will automatically upload to here. This see customers.csv is available. Now, if you want to see whether it is processing properly, just click on the file and go to edit and select here preview. Preview is a CSV. So you should see here some output means the proper CSV you uploaded. So they can able to understand it. Once it is understanding properly, this will keep it as a pin, and this one is a pin, and the third one will open as a pin also. Here onwards, we'll add the third one. Which one? Third one, basically for Azure portal. So how many tab I have here? 3 tabs I have. So the left one we have input, the middle one I'll make it for processing, a right one for output. And that way we'll try to work on it. Means this architecture we are trying to implement it. Okay. So here I'll open ADF, and under the ADF I'll open this files, and then here I'll open studio. This will help me to create the studio also. So okay, here I can see I am able to see this factory is available. I'll make it. So this is the input, this is the processing, this is the output. That's it. To maintain these things properly, I can able to configure the repository as well, where we can able to update the codes and all management. Okay, so let's keep it as it is right now, but later you can able to configure the GitHub also. We can able to.
Mujahid, like I really didn't understand like this whole part. So maybe quick recap or something you can tell. Like,
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. See, we want to implement data integrations too. Okay, we want to take the huge amount of data. Consider your organizations are having multiple kind of people. They are uploading the data over the cloud. So this is the cloud. Okay, here you have cloud storage. This is the cloud storage. Here, people they are continuously uploading the data. Whatever they have, the data is uploading here. Any variety kind of data we have. Oh, different kinds of data we have, we can upload it. So when you are uploading this area, this cloud storage is called storage account. And here we created raw data. Why we created raw data? Because we want to store somewhere first time. Okay, first time we'll upload somewhere, and from here onwards we'll bring it to the next world. Like here we'll try to bring it into ADF, where we'll bring it ADF. ADF means Azure Data Factory. What is the benefit of Azure Data Factory? So here, whatever the data we have, will upload it, and here we will try to process it. Here another database we have. Okay, this is our SQL database. So we need to take this data and we need to parse it to this location. So here, if I'm uploading CSV file, CSV means comma separated value with a complete detail about customer table, ID, name, whatever we have, that all value ADF need to read it. Okay, it should need to start processing these values, taking reading value one by one from this Excel CSV file, suppose 1A. So it will read it and then it will insert it into this table that we require to implement. Getting a point? These things.
So ADF, like, how does it know that there is some raw data, or does it run on a time? I mean, how does it fetch the data and
Yes,
will
that I'm showing you. So to do
okay,
this architecture, we require three things to create: storage account, ADF, and then SQL. Under the ADF, there
okay,
are a lot of steps that I will show you.
okay.
But
So
first
a
of all,
storage account means like a place where I will store my CSV
raw.
file or the input data, and database will be the output, right, where we'll store the outcome, and processing layer will be ADF. Am I correct?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, correct,
Okay,
correct.
okay, sure.
So this way we want to implement. Okay. Others, any questions, please ask.
Mm.
So, so these things we just created on the fly on top. But in between, we also need to load the data also here. We loaded. Now coming to processing side, database is also created. You can see the database created. We need to fetch this data and upload it to here using something called copy operations. Okay, taking the data from here, reading one by one files here, and how many records we have, that should need to be uploaded to that locations. This data should need to be uploaded to this locations that we required using ADF. ADF is depends on the three things. You see the symbols is very, very important. This is for understanding ADF. Okay, learning resource they have. This is for just a first dashboard. When you log in at first time, you will get this dashboard. So three things is there: author, monitor, and manage. So step number one for us is the manage. Why? I'll tell you. Manage is the person who will take care of it. Here, whatever we have, suppose I'm taking these things. First of all, you need to create the under the manage. You need to play with it. You need to create the hands. Like example, input hand. Like example, output hand. These things you need to create with the help of manage. From where you need to get the data, from where you need to upload the data, that you need to mention in the manage. So manage contain in and out of the files, input or output of the linked Azure Data Factory. Okay. Yes. For that, we will create in and out. For this, we will create the linked service. What is linked service? Is for interacting with other services. Okay. Yes. Basha says correctly. So here link service is the one. So we'll create two link service. How many? Two. One for storage account generation 2. Okay. And second one will create for Azure SQL. Okay. This first steps. Second step, what we have? Second step is once you create the manage IO, the second steps is basically we'll try to take this data and process it. For processing side, you require to follow step number 1, 2.1. That means the processing side will hold the data into data set. Okay. And number 2 is basically write the activities. This will come under the pipeline. If you understand these words, you understand everything. So let me again revise it. So pipeline, Azure ADF pipeline is based on two sections. Manage, this is called manage, and this one processing means authoring part. And then you can able to monitor also. So process is basically author or monitor. So these two things we have under the process. Okay. Now coming to the point, what is the purpose of link service? Link service bring the people to ADF. These two people we want. This is basically input. This is basically an output we require. So we require link service to be available. Once you have link service, then we'll go with the data sets. What is the purpose of data sets? Which hold temporarily data. Okay, which holds temporarily data. Like I want to bring the data from storage account and hold the temporary data here, then process it one line and then upload it to here. Okay, so this is the mediator between the link services and the activities. We will pass the data from here to here, then this guy will transfer it, this will process it, and this guy will transfer it, and this will pass it here, this way. Getting point? This way it works. So data set is a temporary holder, is like a tray. Person, if you are coming to my home, my children brings the tray. Under the tray will give you cup of tea or juice or whatever you like. So the teas and all are the actual data, but we'll give you on tea tray or juice tray. So this is one thing called juice tray. Data set, read the data from source. Yes, it is used for correct. He told us data set is also used to read the data from source. Okay, and write the data to source from activity to here and from here to here. It's possible. I'll show you. Don't worry. So first link service, then data set, then activity. This will make you pipeline. These two things make you a pipeline. Okay. So data set is just to take the data, pass it, and then once you pass it, you will give it to this guy. This guy will transfer to this one. These things happen. The whole thing is happen. This is called ADF. If you understand these 3 points, link service, data sets, and activity, you understand 70% of ADF. Okay. Three things only we have. So let's try to check it out, how it works. So you will get an idea. So here I'm going with the manage. Under the manage, we have link service. Under the link service, click on the new. And here I'll select the Gen 2 storage account. This one I want to select it. I selected this one. And here I'll give the name of link service. Usually I'll give the link service name as link service. This is the input. So I'll give here input. This is storage account generation 2. So I given this name. Okay. That's it. Once we given these things, I'll select these subscriptions and I'll select my storage account. You see, automatically it got selected. And once you see these things, you can authenticate it, test these connections. If this connection get tested successfully, then only you can able to process it. I'm ready to create it. Once we create the link service, what is this? This will get created here. See, this will get created here. And now what you can do it, you can able to upload these things into author. Author contain this all informations, two things. What we created, we just created this one, this part, storage account generation 2. Now same one will for create, we can also create this one also for manage. Go to manage link service. Under the link service new, I have SQL, Azure SQL. Okay. So I'll select Azure SQL database. And here I'll give the name as link service. This is basically link service. This is output. So I'll give here output. This is AZ SQL service. Okay. I'm just giving here the name, and then here I'll select the subscriptions. I'll select the my first server, and then I'll select the master database. That's it. Okay. So here which database we have? AZDR, not master, sorry. So we'll select the database as AZDR. This one we created. Now here we require configurations, username and passwords. So I will specify username. Already while creating, you will get this username. And here password, whatever we have, we'll mention it here in this location. Okay. Once we mention it here, we'll just click on the test connections and see here what happened. If this connection get tested, see here we are getting error because database is not allowing entertain to anybody to create this all stuffs. How will do these things? I'll go to the database. I'll open new window and there I'll do this all operations. So this is the one servers. Under the servers, we have this database created. And this database, we require to go with the settings. Here we have settings, database management, everything is available here. So here I'll select the database. This is my database. And under this database, we require to configure the firewall also. See here, firewall we have. We'll go with the firewall with the database and I'll tell them, okay, public access, okay, connectivity here. We can able to redirect policies and all things is possible. For private access is also possible. Public access and selected network only. So this will allow selected network. If you give here the details, service exceptions, so then only it will allow you these options. Allow Azure services and resources to access this server. So this server will be accessed by ADF. ADF will access the servers. Okay. So I'll just save it. Once I saved it, let me refresh it here. I'll test the connection again. Let's see what happened. Yeah, now it's successful. Means while creating, go to service firewall, and here you need to enable this option. Service can talk to my database. I given these things. Yes. Once we given, we'll click on OK. So this will create the link service. Where we went, you understand my point? Where we went, SQL server, networking. Under the networking, we'll go with the last, enable these options. That's it. Once you enable it, you will see these things is available. In and out is available. Now we'll take the data from in and hold temporary to data sets. So this is the data sets. I'll create new data sets. Okay. What is the kind of data I have? Generation 2 kind of data we have. I'll select the generation 2 CSV file I have. And here I'll pass ds underscore input underscore CSV. What I given here, I given the name. This should need to connect with this one and bring the data. But here, which file you need to specify, you can mention in the thing. So it will try to load this data. Raw data is the container name, right? And then customer.csv, we need to load it. Okay. What will load it here? Customer.csv. If you have any questions, you can unmute and talk. Okay. Now here we just specify here, and in my CSV file, I can show you. In my CSV file, I have all column plus value. Okay, so I'll select here first row as header. It's already selected. No need to worry about it. Just will give this name. So we created the data sets for this one. To check whether it is working or not, I'll try to check on the preview options. What is the purpose of preview? It will load and it will display the table how it look like that. So it's looking properly and everything, the data is properly loaded. That means we good to go. And then we'll close this environment. Like let me close it here. Yeah, close or cancel. I don't want. I want to make it auto save options. Okay, no. I'll check all errors if I have. Then I'll go to this publish all. First time I'm updating, so that's why we require publish. What is this? This is uploading into Azure cloud, Azure Data Factory cloud. So whole resources will get uploaded. In case by mistake my browser get closed, so it will be available to you over the server. So like that, what we created the data sets. Now third thing we'll create. What we have, the SQL server, right? SQL Azure SQL database. Yes, we want this one. And here this time we'll select Azure SQL dataset underscore output underscore Azure SQL table. Okay, table will try to select it here. And then I'll select the table name. Okay, here I'm loading the table name. Mujahid customers is the table name. Okay, and then I'll click on OK. That's it. So here, what we have, it's loaded into dataset. You see here, dataset loaded. Now we'll publish this also. So in future, you can able to load it, right? We'll do it again, don't worry. If you not understand, I'll show you again and again. But you can get the idea how we are following the structure. Only these three things. Step number one finished. Link services created. Step number two, data set is also finished. Step number three, activity. And that activity is in pipeline. Okay. So can we help me to do the same things again? Can we try it again, these things? And you can go through it. Basha, Sajal, Tridi.
What's the thing? Could you please?
So this one and this one, these two steps I want from you to help me to create it again. Okay.
Okay.
Let me delete it and try it. Otherwise, no problem. We are learning here. So no need to worry about it.
Hmm.
So I'm just deleting it, whatever I created. Okay. And I'm going here and also I'm deleting this stuff also.
Okay.
So help me to do the step-by-step procedure, whatever we require. First time I'm coming to this environment. Now, what to do?
Go to the manage.
Yes. Here?
Create a linked service.
Correct. Which one will select?
Gen 2.
Gen 2.
Yes, Gen 2. Correct. We are learning, so that's why we should need to know. Here we'll give some name, link service. That's why I write LS. And this is for what? Input or output?
Input.
Input.
And then here what we can do it here, storage account generation 2. Okay. All informations. Accordingly, I'll select the subscription and then storage account. And that's it. We'll test this connection. Okay. We tested successfully. Create. That's it. Correct. Now all things is available in the cloud pending part. So once you publish it, all thing will be deleted. The new one will get created automatically. So publish is the one. What is the purpose of publish?
To save, or just kind of saving in the Azure portal.
Yes, Azure Data Factory portal.
Yeah, so that it is available for other services also.
Yeah. And even in future, when you reopen it, by mistake, you close this tab, you will not lose everything. Because you are doing on the fly everything, right? So you should not lose the remaining parts here.
If we select auto save as well, it will automatically save after we close.
But for this, you require to go with the synchronizations.
Okay.
Okay. Synchronization you required, and once you give the synchronizations, then only it will work. And we not did the synchronization right now, but in future, I can show you how to do this all stuff, because there are a lot of things inside which we need to implement. So we did these things. Now we are ready to proceed.
Output.
Help me. How to do?
Again, create linked service.
Yes, I'll create the link service.
SQL.
Azure SQL. And then
Database.
This is what? Output, right? ls underscore output underscore your secure. I given this name, and here I'll mention my first server. Which one I can select here?
Master or
no, not master. Why not master?
Master is something that it's a main. This is a featured one.
Master is the default database.
Default, yeah. This one we have created. Is
we
it
created this one, AZDR.
Mm-hmm.
Now here I'll mention the detail about my database. I'll copy the username and whatever my company shared with me. I just mentioned this IP username and password here. And once we're done, then we'll test the connection. This time it should work because we already enabled this feature. So it should work. See here, it is working. Otherwise, you can go here and you can enable the settings also. Okay.
Mm.
So create the connections. Link services both is created successfully as per this plan. These two things get created. What is the steps for this? Help
Create
me.
a data set through
Where
the
is,
author.
yes, author means creating the data sets. Here
Mm.
I
Hmm.
can create it. Here, help me.
Gen 2.
Yes, Gentoo, you will type it and then you will select it. Okay.
Select it.
Which file will select here?
It's CSV.
CSV.
CSV delimited text. Here I'll give the name and this is for input and this is storage account Gentoo.
Gen 2. Mm.
And here I'll select the proper link
Mm.
services, which brings all things. Now from here I want to filter the data which I want. What is this raw data?
Data
It's container. It's a
yes.
container. See, raw data is a
Is a
container.
container.
Okay, we'll select the raw data. Under that, what we have file called customer.csv. So you should see here
Mm.
customer.csv. Yeah, I'll open it. And once I see these things, I'll click on OK. The first data set created. Second one, how you will create it? Help me.
Again, create
First of
the
all,
data set.
my suggestion, you should save these things. Validate all. If anything you miss, you can see it here. Okay. Nothing missed. Then we'll go with the publish all and then click on publish. That's it. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So once you publish, you can close it. The best rule what we have, you should need to close it once you're done. And you see published successfully, then only you can do it. So you don't have pending in your hand. Okay.
Mm.
Next steps, what we required, we'll click
Another data set.
another data set. Correct.
Mm.
Here, which one we required? Gen 2
SQL.
SQL.
Azure
Why? Already
we
Gen
need
2 created.
mm,
So we'll go with the SQL one. Correct.
database.
Here, this time we'll go with the table also.
DS.
DS underscore output underscore Azure SQL
SQL.
table. Okay.
Mm.
I'm going with this table and here I'm selecting it. I need to load it. What is the table name?
Customers.
Mujahid customers, because customer
Mm.
was already available in my machine.
Default.
I created the new one. So here I connected this one also. Make sure you validate all things. You should not have error and then close it and then publish it. And that's very, very important. And once you publish, the pending task will not be displayed to you here. And then you can close it, this window. See, this is started publishing it. So over the cloud, all things will be available to you. You can clean these notifications. Now you're ready to proceed further. What is the next step, sir? The activity, and activities come under the pipeline. So
Pipeline.
go with the pipeline. Here we don't have pipeline. I will create new pipeline. So
Mm.
once the pipeline, I'm going inside this pipeline. I'll give the name of pipeline PL underscore data pipeline. Okay. Oh, sorry. I can't see it. It's very far from me. Pipeline, whatever. So I just created and I will close this window by clicking on these options and I should need to validate it. Yeah, I should have at least one error it is displaying, no problem. Without this, you cannot publish it. At least one activity
Mm.
should have. So I'll select the copy activity. Here, one and one it is displaying. See, means you need to select at least one thing. Here, what I am doing here basically copying from Gen 2 to secure.
Spaces.
Some special symbol I
Mm.
had. So this one helped me to take the data from Gen 2 and pass to the source from this data set. We'll select it here,
Gen 2.
my input. Okay. And you can check the data to preview the data is available or not. So we'll select it. Yeah, data is available to us. The sync part, I'll go here and I'll select the sync part table, right? We
Mm.
require to upload here. This data should need to be uploaded here. Now validate. You should not have any error. Now validate all. You should not have any error. And then publish it. So this will store only precise data, whatever actually you require.
Mm.
So you can see here, this is working fine for us.
Yes.
Now, here, this thing is successfully done, right? You can see publish successfully completed. Now what I'll do it here, I'll validate. I don't have any error. I will debug it.
Debug.
What is the purpose of debug? Means I'll understand whether it is working properly or not. So I have already checked here. There is no record I found here, right? But after running this debug, it will start triggering the jobs also. Debugging is triggering. So you can click on debug, started submitting the jobs, which can comes to the queue. Means it started creating the stuffs. You can see the input is coming from here, all input details. When you refresh this table, you will see the job is in a queue. They started servers, machines, and all. They are started working on this logics, whatever you written, and they started finishing this all stuff. It is started processing on it because this is not big deal, not big job. So that's why it's finished very fast. What happened in background? Let's see in the detail view. So we have 360 bytes of data with headers and the table parameters. We added 492.94 bytes of data, means extra things written here for the uh, like commit, role, transaction start, and all things will be added here. So that's why the data whatever we have all will be stored in the database table. Let me check it here. I will rerun these things and I'll check it. See, I got a data whatever we have. I have right now data, whatever we require. Okay. So we will try to see here the data is available, means the pipeline is working. Now I will try to delete this data from here. Delete from where? Yeah, I deleted 5 records. Let me check whether it is deleted or not. Run. So I don't have any record right now. So let me, instead of debugging, I'll click here and I'll tell them add trigger on trigger now or edit or new one. I want to add the trigger and all. So I'll click on the new and then here I can tell them every midnight you need to run. I'm writing here every midnight. Okay, I can schedule it. I can mention it wherever I want. Like example, today I want for 30 November and 6:59, whatever the time right now with the UTC, because it is following UTC pattern. And through that you can able to connect to it. Every resource need to be executed after particular time. This is the trigger we have. Right now we don't want trigger. Let's go without trigger. I'll trigger it now. So what happened? This will get executed and click on OK. Once you click on OK, then you should see here it started running. I want to see the monitoring part. So I'm jumping from here to directly monitoring stuff and it's showing me everything. What's going on here, I can able to see it. See here, I'm able to see in the executions as well. Now it's in the queue. What I will do it here, I can refresh it. I can run the jobs. If the job is very big, then you can go with the monitoring and you can able to cross check it what's going on inside. So this job will try to insert the data. Okay. And when we refresh it here, it should need to be, see here, the detail is also showing. The input is also showing here to you. Let me go with the details. Activity is running and the data is passing from here to here. Everything they given, right? And once it is done, here see done, then I'll go again. I will run it again before I don't have data. Once I run it, you should see the data here is available to us. And these things can be automated with the time and dates and all wherever you want. Okay, so that's come under the author pipeline. Under the pipeline, you can trigger it and you can manifest. So this is about ADF, Azure Data Factory. Okay, now beyond this Azure Data Factory, we have to do with the data bricks also. Okay, I hope it is
Uh,
clear.
a few questions, Mujahid.
Yeah,
So, so in this example, whatever was there into the CSV file, we could load the same into a database, like directly on the table, because we mapped that table like into the activity, right? So, but there can be like different requirements. Suppose there is some requirement that, okay, when I want to load into my database, or like if the date format is this, then change the format into this kind of string, or if it is null or blank, you populate this value,
definitely.
or like there can be some different requirement. Or suppose in the customer table there is a record already there for that customer, but again, suppose tomorrow I am getting the same customer record, it's a duplicate entry, so I should not allow that entry. So those kind of requirements can be there. So is there some way to even write code on top of it which will handle those kind of
Yeah, yeah,
requirements?
definitely. That will come under the customizations, and that will be part of the transformation and data flow. We'll show you,
Okay,
don't worry about it. But let's try to integrate all things together.
okay,
I'll merge it all, and then one by one, we'll try to make a complexity in it. Once you get
okay.
the confidence, then we'll move to the advanced level.
Sure, sure. And one other another question is, I mean, overall project level, org level. So, in this scenario, what we were doing, like, suppose we want to fetch anything from CSV, right? So, rather than writing a pipeline and loading into the database and then querying the database, like one can even directly use Databricks to read it from CSV, right? Or even Synapse also, I think, can do that. So, in which scenario I should go for ADF? Which scenario? I mean, because both products are having capability to read through unstructured data, right?
Mm-hmm. No, Synapse is basically best for warehouse, but they are giving the capability to work with any kind of data. So that's why no issue. But Synapse is the one which will work for best for the data warehouse, cloud with the data warehouse. If you talk about the Spark side, Databricks is the best option. Okay,
Okay,
Databricks is the best option. I'll show you the reason behind this, why we select and all.
okay, okay.
Okay, so let's see these things here, how we can be able to do it. Let's take 15-minute break to proceed further. I'll create the remaining things also.
Sure, sure. And this all is serverless, right, Munir? Like, so suppose
Yeah,
uh,
serverless.
people in different region and different I mean availability zones and all, like everybody will be able to access all such things. I mean the
Hmm.
same
You can,
pipeline.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sure. Yes, Pasha.
Yeah, I was trying yesterday with the failed activity.
Hmm.
So once the in the activities, could you please create a pipeline? Yesterday I was trying with this one when I was going through.
So share with me. I'll try to show you how to do that.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. Hmm. Sure.
Hmm.
Let's meet after 15 minutes. We'll continue it.
Sure.
Can we start now? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll start now. So will be good for us to proceed. Okay. Here, I just updated these values. I also see you uploaded something. You need to give me the repository. I'll show you how to give the repository. Then I can help you in this area. Okay. Let's say if you want to configure these things, what you can do it. Existing infrastructure, you need to open the GitHub, and under that you can select the Azure Data Engineering.
Mhm.
We don't have data engineering.
No, the context behind that is that, so there are two activities with one is a set variable, another one is fail activity. Okay. So whenever I have connected the fail active, both the fail activities, I mean, like if those two activities failed, then it will go to the another failed activity. Okay. So what is happening here is that here the set variable which is there, it is getting succeeded, and the first fail activity which is there, it is getting failed, and then as well it is not triggering the fail underscore copy one. Any reason
So you
behind?
want a or, not and.
Yeah, and I need or, yeah. How can we do that?
I can help you,
Mm,
but let me update these things first, which is very
yeah.
important for us. So we have this all stuff, right? I will create one branch here. Okay, this will be our version 1, and this is basically for and the in data whatever we have. Like example, I want to create ADF, and this ADF for Gen 2 to secure. These things we did. Okay, ADF site. So I'll just create a new branch. This is the new branch, and here I'll try to open it into my environment. Okay, this is private repository, so you should not able to access it directly. I should need to authenticate with the token. Okay, the token I already have in my machine, so I can check it. I can apply this token here. Consider this is the token. Okay, so I will apply this
Are
token.
you sharing your screen? I don't see anything.
Oh, sorry. I'll share with you again. So let me again revise it if you miss something. This is my repository. I created one branch here. You can see ADF Gen 2 SQL. Okay. Now under this branch, I want to perform some operations. Okay. Like example, I want to do this all things, whatever I did. I need to store this information into GitHub. So like Basha also tried something and he want to share with me the whole thing. So he will not share the actual process, the whole username, passwords in the organizations. Okay. Now he can share with me, but in the organization will is not good idea to share the username and password. So if you want to share with the team and they will also contribute in your project, so you should need to go with the version control systems. And here we are selecting the version control system as Azure Data Engineering. GitHub repository is a private. Okay, it's a private repository where we can able to use it basically. Now under this repository, what we'll do it here, I will open this into code space where we can able to on the fly we can do all stuffs whatever we require. I will clean my previous code here, which is coming from the base. So all process whatever we mention it here, it will get clean, and here you can able to update the remaining things also, right? I'll just keep one file which is important for us, ignore file. I'm deleting all, then ignore file. Okay, ignore file contain all information Python project. Okay, let me delete this one also because our project is not Python. Okay, this empty folder I have. Now I will try to save these things into my environment. So whatever we have will get saved over the cloud. So let me save it. Version 0 because I don't have anything. Deleted all base branch data. Okay, just mention some message and then I'll commit and push. Okay, so once I commit and push, the whole data whatever we have here will get deleted. You can see here. Now once we refresh it, 6 seconds. So here, yes, sir. Yeah, here I deleted each and everything. What is the next steps we have? Once you deleted, you need to connect these things to this repository. So here, manage is the one which helps you to do these things. I'll try to configure Git, and here I'll try to click on configure options. I'll select my repository type. I'm using GitHub, and I'm not using enterprise, so I'll not select these options. I'll select here the user, owner of this repository. So my owner is basically Azure. This is organization. Let me check it. So I'm just specifying the owner name. Let's check it. Authenticating all resources. Here you can see Azure Data Engineering. CHNAZADE, all we have here. Or I can give directly link. If I'm not able to see it, I can give directly link to it. I'll copy this link and I'll paste it here. While pasting this link, I'll also mention, because this is unauthorized option is possible. So I'll try to copy my token, and here I'll paste my token, this one, OAuth @ pack token pasted. Okay, so once we pasted, add github.com http OAuth, and here we mention collaboration branch. Our branch name is what we have. Let's check it here. It's taking a lot of time because loading in does not access. Let me make it private public. Later I'll make it private. Now it's public. It's working. ADF Gen 2, and then here publish branch should be same. ADF Gen 2. So I'll copy my branch name. Publish branch is this one, and use custom comment, and I'm just applying it. This is for pre-authenticated mechanism. If you want, you can implement it with the help of this option. Okay. You don't have permission. Please resolve the GitHub. OAuth. You don't have permissions. It's connecting with the different user. Otherwise, we'll create the new one. Import existing resource to repository. This will be the challenge because here we don't have permissions to. We are not able to do it. Let me cancel it and we'll try to create the new one. So it will be good for us. This is the ADF. I'll create new ADF and here I'll update the data. Creating new ADF, or I think here also we can able to do it. Let me check it. Settings, manage identities. Leave it. Later I'll do it. Here I'll select the data pipeline. Here ADF I want. This ADF for Mujahid and this is for data pipeline. DP version 2. Version 2 means having extra facility. Here is an option. I want to configure it with the GitHub. My GitHub account is this one. Okay, repository name is this one. Okay, and branch name is basically this one. And folder, this is okay. And then I'll try to go with the next and then review it. This is version 2. Okay, only the difference is version 2, and here I configure the GitHub also. You can configure with the Azure repo also. Okay, so the benefit is what? In Azure repo you can able to update the remaining things also as well, like and the pipeline and all things you can able to implement it here. I can see my resource here. Let me refresh it. V2 is coming. Now under this V2, I'll go to Studio to open it to see it's working or not. Let me log in it. I'll configure it again. In GitHub, owner is basically, this is the owner, because I have like multiple organizations. And here, yes, this branch we want. And this one we want. Okay, apply it. Fresh copy is the best option. Because in fresh copy you will not face a lot of challenges, because sometimes it will not allow us to entertain. So the best option, you should go with the fresh copy. I don't know why it's not asking. Oh, clouds authentication is not working. Let me give the details here. This is not allowed to me because I'm using community editions. So this is not allowed. So what I can do it here, I can change the ownerships also, transfer ownerships, because I should need to go with the change owner to Mujahid 85. What is this? This is my organizations. Default, everybody have their own organization name. If time permits, I can show you DevOps configuration also. But this is almost same. Only authentication side you require to take care. So I'm just transferring from here to here. Now this repository is available under the Mujahid 85. See, it's in Mujahid 85. Means this is my actual account. This is my actual account. and I'm using as an organization, so they are not allowing me to go with the organizations. See here, and with these options, I can go to the particular branch here, and then apply. Now my concern is what you should try with the, oh, this is Nuvera Clouds. We never use Nuvera Cloud, right? We use Mujahid 8.5. Let me check it, otherwise we'll try to back it. Connected. So this is now connected. What Basha says with me. So what you need to do it, same way you need to configure it. And here you need to do all operations. And once you're done, then you need to apply and go to the settings. And under the collaborations, you need to add me. So I can help you in that area. Okay. You can tell them, okay, Mujahid 8.5 is the one I want to add. And once you add in the repository, so I can see the all things. So suppose if I created here the link services, okay, Gen 2 link services, if I created here and I given all details, basic details, and that's it. Once I did these things, this will create the link service, but side by side, it will also create here in this repository, it will also create for us under the particular branch, factory, JSON file, everything, it will automatically get created. See here, this way I can able to clone it to my environment and I can able to work. You guys are working on free tier and this is the best options. So you should follow these options and then you can able to see it. So if you delete it, this will get deleted also. So let me use the auto save. So this will automatically save the options. Yes, I want to save this all options. So this will update automatically to this repository. Okay, let me refresh it. And deleting this option. See, now we just deleted. So this will delete it from here. Okay, like this, you just create one ADF studio and under that connect with the GitHub. And then once you connected, let me show you what are the steps you require to do it. Step number 1, create ADF, okay, or create GitHub repo. This is your task, okay, you guys need to do it. Second thing, create ADF studio. Make sure you use for this repository owner, not organization, because as a free trial, it is not supporting cloud company based. Organization based is not supporting, owner is supporting. That's why I was not able to do it before. Now it's able to do it with the help of owner. And here you need to attach these things to ADF studio. Okay. Once you attach it, apply changes in ADF. Okay. And that will store all changes into GitHub. And once you added, then add me. My username is Mujahid 8 and 5. This is my username. Add it. And that's it. These 3 tasks you need to do it. Okay. Finish the part of the storage, like take the CSV file, storage account, and ADF, and then SQL. This thing you finish it. The next upcoming sessions, I'll do one thing. Databricks we have here. We'll go with the ADF, or we have something called Synapse, and then we have ADF, and then we'll pass to Databricks. And like that also we can able to do it in upcoming sessions. But you should need to follow these steps, whatever we did. Okay. And once you're done, then we can able to go with the next steps. Okay. Let's see these things in the upcoming sessions. Any questions you have?
No, Jai, I think I need to practice it a bit.
Yeah. I understand. Practice it. In case if you face any difficulty, let me know. And if you finish these things, we'll go with the Azure reports. which is
So guys,
interesting.
maybe not now, like I'm not sure, but later at the end of the sessions, this session series, we would like to have something that without touching console, right? I should be able to create such resources, should be able to run pipeline, maybe such
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can able to do it. No problem. Everything is possible. I can show you also if you want. One session I'll take for this only. Okay, no worry.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can explain this also, but you should need to upload these things into my repository and add me. Okay, once you added, then I can help you how we can able to work on it. Because without knowing and without seeing all things, I cannot able to troubleshoot it. So be ready for this, and let's meet in upcoming sessions to proceed further. Thank you guys. Bye.